Pinto, now currently living in Virginia Beach. She is a young girl, 21?
20.
Still 20, okay. 21. And she's going to share with you why, how did she get there, why did she choose to go, and what it's like at the moment. Okay?
Oh, okay. So, well, basically, Tanya, she told me that there was like a program that would allow me to go to the United States and live here for a year taking care of kids. And I could do that and earn money and I could travel and basically everything is paid for me. So that's pretty good reason, actually. I get to travel, that's something that I would like to do, and I get to study, and I get to work, like a light work, and all of that, it's covered by the family, so I basically don't have any expenses, which is pretty good. But the reason that made me look for a program like this was the fact that I didn't want to go straight to college after high school. Because basically I have no idea what I want to do, like what I want to study. I don't know if any of you feels like that, but I know a lot of friends of mine do, and they just chose to go to college anyway. I didn't feel like it. Well, the experience has been good so far. I've been here for 1 month and a half, and the family's pretty good. Everything in here is different. So basically what people usually think about America is that everything is big in here. Well, that's true. Everything is big in here. Like the people, the food, I don't know. Basically everything. The cars. You like see one little car when you go in the street. The whole day I see like one or two little cars. It's more expensive than, like, Virginia Beach is more expensive than Tamar. I don't know. Do you want to say? Well, does any of you wants to know something about USA that you don't know?
Ask her questions about her experience, what she's doing, all of those things. What she is doing. Would you have the courage to leave Portugal for 1 full year without coming back to visit your family? Huh? Yes or no? You would. Bárbara, what did your friends think about the idea?
Well, most of them thought I was crazy. Because they thought that it was like too long to be away from their family. And well, because the perfect idea, it's going to college. That's what all of the parents want us to do, right? So most of them thought that I would be crazy, but on the other hand, most of them were like, "Oh, I'm happy for you, and I'm glad that you're going," because I know a lot of people that said that they wouldn't have the guts, but they're happy that I did because it's a pretty good experience.
So my question is, would you have the guts?
Yeah, possibly.
Great. So what would you like to do if you went to live somewhere for a year?
I don't know. I'm studying, obviously, and possibly I'll need a part-time job.
Okay. Are you studying, Bárbara?
So it's kind of expensive to study in here, and the family gives you like $500 dollars to study, but that only covers like classes. So it only covers like half of the classes. So I'm going to do like a program that is like 2 weekends for $500, and I just have to pay my flight, So that will give me a chance to learn, well, to learn because I'm going to study to a college somewhere in the United States, and that will give me the chance to travel at the same time.
So you pay some expenses.
Yeah, I will pay some expenses. But I mean, if I wanted to travel, I would have to pay anyway, and that in this way, I will have the food paid for me and some other things.
And how much do you earn per month?
Oh, per month, it's 800, I think. 800, yeah.
But you have room, food, and house
Yeah.
and car. And what do you have? What do you receive every month?
Well, I receive my paycheck every week, and I get I can drive my own car, and I'm the only person who drives it. I can use it to drive the kids and to do my own stuff. If I want to go to a movies or if I want to go to the beach, I can drive the car, and they pay for gas. I get all my meals paid, so basically I can eat at home, and they'll provide me the food. And if I'm going out with them to eat somewhere, they'll pay for me too. And if they go on a vacation, if I choose to go with them and they want me to come, they'll pay for everything on my vacation too, which is pretty nice. Yeah, and my schedule is pretty good. I mean, I work like 2 hours in the morning. I have my break, like 5 hours a break. And then I have to work on the afternoon, and I get most of my weekends off. Yeah. And I always receive the same, even if I don't do enough hours to, if I don't.
And you also go to the gym for free, right?
Yeah, I can go to the gym for free because they kind of give me like a card for a rec center because for me to take the kids. But in my free time, I can always go there and use the swimming pool, use all of the facilities provide.
The only thing is, Alexandre, AuPair is only for girls in the States, but they have AuPair other places. Can you explain what the program is, the AuPair program?
And by the way, actually now they have programs for boys. I don't know if it's already implemented in Portugal, but I actually met a guy that is au pair, and he's from Denmark.
So they've started now.
Yeah, I think now boys can come too.
So what is it? What is the AuPair program?
So the AuPair program, that's basically it's going to the United States for a year. You work for 12 months and get 1 month. So after those 12 months, you get 1 month that it's like your travel months. You can do whatever you want. You can stay in the United States for a month, and you can do whatever you want. You can travel inside of it. You can go explore new things. And during those first 12 months, you work and live with a family, and basically you take care of the kids. They give you a schedule every week, and you get to drive the kids and take them to their sports, to their activities. You do activities with them. You get everything paid for you, and you get to learn about a new culture that is pretty different from ours. You get to meet new people, and you get to meet people from all over the world that do the same thing as you do. And you get 2 weeks of paid vacation. You get to travel wherever you want. Well, I think that's pretty much.
And what qualifications did you need to apply for the program, and what age?
Okay, it's between 18 years old and 26. If you're still 26 when you come, you can do it, even if you turn 27 in year. Usually they only take girls, but I know that other agencies, my agency is AuPair, and right now they are starting to get boys too, but there's like 2 or 4 different agencies, and the other ones already accept boys to come. You have to have a driver's license. You have to have high school done, and yeah, that's it.
And
you have to have some previous experience with kids. It doesn't need to be professional, but you need to have some experiences with kids.
So what did you need to say and show for them to choose you?
So I had to write like a letter. Usually if you go study abroad, you need to do it too. So basically you need to write a letter explaining why do you want to come, basically you have to describe yourself a little bit and what you did with the kids that you already worked with, and then you have to explain why do you want to go, why do you want to go, and yeah, and then you have to make a video, and usually the video it's more like a live and personal way to describe yourself than the letter. So the letter it's kind of like your presentation, and you do like the video to actually show how is your life in here, like how's your life in Portugal and what you like to do for fun, and basically for the family to know a little bit more about you. And then if a family chooses you based on that information, you get to talk with them, and you usually Skype with them, and they ask you questions and you ask them questions, and if you're happy with all of the things that they told you, and if they're happy with you, you can match, and well, basically you gain 1 year of one of the greatest experiences in your life.
And how do you feel about the family that chose you?
Well, the family is pretty good. They are pretty open. So they already had like 6 au pairs before me. 3 of them were from Portugal. So they are already used to Portuguese girls, I guess. The parents are really nice. They are like really open, and they try to make me more comfortable. The kids are really sweet too. They're a little bit difficult sometimes to deal with, who isn't? So yeah, the family, I don't think I could choose a better family for me, because until now, I mean, I'm only here for like almost 2 months, and it's been like pretty amazing already, and they already gave me so much, and yeah, I think the family is pretty good.
Do you feel homesick?
Actually, yeah, and the other day I had an episode of homesick, but I had one of my friends with me, and she was already here for 10 months. So she was like, well, yeah, I get it. Everyone gets homesick. And it was a little like, it was more about the fact that you see the family all together. So sometimes you think about your family and that you're not with them. So yeah, I felt a little bit homesick, but then I thought about all the good things that it's happening to me, and that kind of made it easier, you know. And it's only 1 month and 1 year. I mean, I can't believe that I'm here already, like almost 2 months. It's going so fast.
Any questions?
What are you planning to do after the au pair job?
Could you understand?
Yeah, I could hear. Well, I'm still kind of figuring out that, but I'm really like thinking about going to study to Denmark, because they have like a free learning kind of way. I don't remember the word. So yeah, I'm thinking about going to Denmark to study, to go there to college.
Because they pay a scholarship if you work in Denmark. You study for free, and they still give you money if you work, so you receive money from work and from the government.
Yeah.
In Denmark. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you feel any kind of culture shock?
Yeah, a little bit. Mostly on, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Portugal. But I mean, if you can't go here to a shop, to a restaurant, I know they get paid for that, but everyone is so nice that you kind of have a hard time to not suspect them, you know? So they're so nice to you that you're like, why are you being so nice to me? That's not normal. So that's like a pretty good shock, but it's a good thing. So yeah, that was a pretty good shock for me. I was like, okay, what's happening? Am I being robbed or something like that? But no, people are really nice. So that was like a shock. So I guess in Portugal, if a waiter talks like bad to me, I'm like, oh well, you should go to America and see how they waiter people. Okay. But yeah. Oh, and the way they like so the way they raise kids, it's kind of different from Portugal, I think. But until now, I didn't feel like any big shock.
In what way is it different, the way they raise kids?
Well, basically, I mean, maybe it's because of my own experience and the way that my parents raised me, and I think it's different. But so parents here don't like spend much time with their kids, and they are always running around. I mean, they are always running around, and oh, and they have dinner so early. So basically, in here we eat dinner between 5:30 and 6 p.m. Yeah, I'm used to get like my snack that time of the day. So it was kind of a difference for me, the time changing, because it's like 5 hours away from there, and then they eat so much earlier and so much less times than we do. So in the first 2 weeks, it was really hard for me because it was like 5 hours away from you, from Portugal, and then they had dinner so early, and then they eat a lot. Okay, someone that eats a lot is going to be happy in America because basically you pay for a meal like you're paying for one in Portugal, but you get like the double size and you get free refills on drinks.
That's why they are triple the size
Yeah, that's
of,
how
of
they
everyone else.
Yeah, that's how
It's true. And what time do kids go to bed?
they go to bed at 9. So that's different. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I grow up, and even with my brothers, they go to bed like 9:30, 9:40. I never went to bed at 9, I think. Oh, and school is like they have different times in schools. So one of the kids is in middle school, and he enters at 8:30, like we all do. But then the other kid is in 6th grade, and he goes to school at 9, and he get off at 4. So yeah, it's kind of different in some things.
And what is the course that you're doing, where you're going to travel?
Oh yeah. So I didn't choose yet, but like the options have to do something with America. So I can either take English, which well, it could be an option, or I can take American history, which is probably the one that I'm gonna choose. Either though all of the Americans that I met are like, well, but we don't have any history, so why are you taking that class? I'm like, well, I don't know. You have to have some history. Your country didn't just like appeared. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take the American history class.
Okay. Anything else? No? Any questions? want to come back to Portugal in the future?
Yeah, I don't want to stay here. I don't think, I mean, there's a lot. So I didn't know this before I came, but I met a lot of girls, for example, from Brazil and some from South Africa. And their goal by doing this, it's kind of like meeting a guy and getting married because they will get a better life here than they have back in their country. But I mean, Portugal is like the same condition as here. I mean, like the paychecks and all of that. So I think I want to go back to Portugal, but like I said, I want to go back to Portugal and then I want to go study away. So don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like Portugal. It's like I just don't think there's a lot of opportunities for young people right now. I want to go back because I already miss my family. And I bet you that in 10 months, I'm going to be like, I just want to go see my family. But I don't think I want to be there like for a long time.
Okay. Anything else? No? No? Thank you very much, Bárbara.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
I'll get back to you.
Okay. Bye. Have a nice class.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.